Next guy that's going to come up, he's going to do a bit of a set. He's got his fantastic little, what did you call it?
Penis extension.
Penis extension, his red penis extension. I really feel sorry for you. I really do. Every time you just get the tip. Just the tip.
Are you sure, Mark?
Oh, that's his penis extension, so yes.
No, yeah.
Come in, there's a drink again. I like it. He has a moon bag. He says it's for diabetes. Don't believe him. Not at all.
Fanny pack.
Fanny pack, yeah. And he's got ganja.
That's what you were funny later.
I've seen more hairs on my chest than on his head. I have 6, I've counted them. Give it up for Campbell Rae.
Good evening, Brazen Head. How are we all doing this evening? Very quietly, evidently. Brothers and sisters, open your Bibles to page 5. All very little nervous and constricted. Typical Stellenbosch. Now let's see, who's all English speaking here and who's Afrikaans? Laat maar handen daar, mensen, laat ons maar zien. Wie zijn die volk en wie is... Okay, dus maar niet inderdaad. No, we're leaving the beaner out of it, never mind. So we're just establishing who's what, and nobody is from Stellenbosch directly, we're all like, no, like Sting. A little sad. Okay, well I'm going to put on my big penis extension, just give me a minute. I kind of favour this because then I don't move around as much as Joe and the rest of them, and poor Nathan doesn't get sick behind the camera. So, okay, it's working. There we go. So I get a lot of like shit about this haircut, you know, and it's quite an interesting thing being an English-speaking guy with a Scottish old man having a haircut like this, because you meet up with an Afrikaans girl, she looks at your head and says, "Hi, patroon, my mooi." So you start thinking, well, is my head shaped like a bullet? You know, it's like one of those really confusing linguistic things, you know. And coming from like a family with a Scottish father, that's like really interesting as well, because he's really cheap. You know, Mark was talking about bad service. The fastest way to get the bill in any place where you're getting bad service is to turn to the waiter and go, "See here, this is just not good enough. Can you get a manager here straight away?" And before you've even finished the sentence, "Yeah, there's problems there. Can I fix it for you? You do it? You can eat for free, né? Just don't swallow. I'm going to..." And they'll offer you all sorts of things, you know? Where the whole difference is you go to like an Asian restaurant, there the napkins aren't even free, you know? "Oh, you got to be charged for wasting, or don't waste a fish. Too many fish in the sea, we catch all of them. You waste, we charge you." So we got like a lot of, you know, and they know like this happens in Asian places all over the place. Now I wonder about Asian people, you know? We always go like, "Oh, Asian person, I want to have wasabi and tuniki and 4 fish and sandwich." Do they come to McDonald's and go, "I want to have a large cheeseburger"? It's like really, really backwards. You like, sort of never really think about these things, you know? And I think that our cultures in South Africa being really cosmopolitan are like really interesting, because we have so many different cultures. We have Stellenbosch culture, we have Bellville, come to Bellville and see why. We have way too many Toyota Fortuners, but I'll come back to that in a minute. It's for people that don't like Hiluxes. They buy Fortuners because they can't park the Hilux. And then they find out the Fortuner is bigger. And that's kind of my current pet peeve, but anyway, we'll come back to that. So it's like a really, really interesting thing with all our cultures mixed and everything, and we have this really dignified national anthem nowadays, Gosi Sikelele, and the whole story. You've heard people make fun of it. But I think they're all way too serious about it, you know? I think that it would be way more interesting if we went to the Olympic Games with something a little bit more upbeat, you know? Like... And all the SpongeBob fans are going to come out and go, "Yeah, South Africa!" And of course the junkies are going, "Oh yeah, that's SpongeBob Handpants and his buddy Hashbrick." Which if you've watched VH1 you will have heard about, but obviously we're not that well viewed here. So I have an interesting checkered lifestyle. I'm currently trying an entirely different line of work because Zuma says I'm not able to do the other things I did previously. And I started life as a cartoonist, and people didn't like the pictures that I drew of them. And then I became an animator because I got tired of redrawing cartoons from a different point of view, and then you have to give a performance for things. So you'll have like a shot that you're working on from a movie or commercial, and you get these really, really bad directors to work with. Now, it's really terrible when you're doing a deodorant commercial and you've got a 3D version of the deodorant bottle, and the director says to you, "Brew, I want you to make it like a onto the screen." You're sitting there with a notepad going, that was 2 or 3, 4, 5. And it's really, really bad. So I left that whole film thing. But one of the nice sort of advantages of the whole story is in learning how to give a performance, they don't let you animate a character on a piece without being able to do a voice and the rest of it. So I'm kind of big on the whole voices thing, and I really, really enjoy that. Because it's like a lot of fun, you know? Especially when it comes to teasing my old man. Because, I tell you, Scottish families